so it hurts pretty bad right now.
And there's a chair behind you.
Talk to me about like how long have you stayed in Jersey? You're obviously a guy who prefers warm weather. You're from Brazil. You settled with your wife in Florida. How have you acclimated to being in New Jersey during the winter?
It's one and done for me, but if my boss say, hey, we can fight heavyweight one more time for us, I'll say, yeah, I believe in that when I say the fight.
What surprised you most about competing at this, now that you have the heavyweight?
Nothing surprised me. To me, it's a fight, you know, so I'm not really surprised by too much when it comes down to fighting, so nothing really surprised me.
It's interesting. It's like 2 years ago, you were 170. Now you're at heavyweight, and you're beating a heavyweight, a guy who's a former champion. Tell me how you feel.
I was a heavyweight that was fighting 170. I shouldn't have been fighting it, but I did. I don't regret going down to 170 because if I didn't fight at 170, I wouldn't be who I am right now. My losses at 170, I don't see them as losses. To me, I see them as lessons learned. You know, me getting more wisdom and learning about the sport and myself. And it's an honor to be able to do what I do now. Because if I hadn't did what I did at 170, no telling what I'd be doing right now. So beating a guy like Andrei Arlovski, a former UFC champion, and now World Series of Fighting potential heavyweight champion, it's just an honor. You know, I remember watching the man whenever he came on the scene for UFC. I remember whenever he left. I seen him in Pro Elite. I seen him in Affliction. Now I see him with World Series of Fighting. The man has been all around the world. I'm just blessed to be able to beat somebody like that. I really challenged myself. I never once thought that I would be fighting Andrei Arlovski.
You nearly finished him in the first round. Tell me what was going through your mind at that point, and I'm sure you're confident in your power, but did it give you more confidence, I guess?
No, because I knew he still had it in him. You know, Andre has those one-hitter quitters, as I call them. You know, hit you one time and lights can be out for a long time. When I clipped him, though, of course, I'm like a pit bull or whatever, any kind of dog that just wants to jump on you when they smell blood or get a taste of blood. They want to go after you. So whenever the refs, I heard him say 15 seconds, and then I clipped him. I was like, oh, I got 10 more seconds, so I'm about to pound him out. And then when the ref stepped in and the crowd was screaming, I thought it was done. So that's when I jumped up, had my hands up, and was about ready to throw my mouthpiece on the floor and beat on my chest and, you know, act like an animal. But they said it wasn't over with.
Finally, you said that the punches you felt the heavyweight punch. But at any point in the fight, did you feel you were in trouble?
I never felt I was in trouble. I've been hit by some of the hardest punches and some of the best in the world. Rashad Evans hit me. Alistair Overeem, everybody know that dude hit like a ton of bricks. Thiago Silva hits me. Matt Mitrione hits me. All these guys are my size or bigger and hit with a great amount of force, more than what people realize. You know, in training, we almost hit each other just as hard just to make each other better, give each other a real look. So him hitting me really didn't affect me, you know. So I was used to it, I should say.
Yeah, I got to give these other guys a chance.
All right, go ahead.
And you're going to start fighting at 205?
Yes, sir. 205 is where I belong.
And who would you like to fight next at 205?
I don't call people out anymore. I'm not 21. You know what I mean? Calling people out and trying to say this and say that gets you nowhere. Might get you a butt whooping if you call out the wrong person. So I just take each fight one at a time and let the bodies come whenever they give them to me. So I just keep fighting. That's it.
And the Black Stones have had a little bit of bad luck lately. How does it feel to kind of break that bad streak?
What bad luck?
And they had a few losses here and there. I mean,
every team has losses. Losses don't define who you are. You know what I mean? People always want to talk about the loss, not the wins. Everybody talked about Rashad's loss. Everybody talked about Alistair's loss. Vitor Belfort is one of my training partners. He high-kicked Michael Bisping. Y'all talked about that for 5 minutes. Y'all still talking about the losses that we've had. What about the wins that we've had? So we don't focus on what anybody has to say as far as a loss. even if we lose, we still keep going because nobody can stop us but us.
Did you think the door at the end of the first round, Anthony?
Say what?
Did you think the fight was over at the end of the first round?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was over with. I was praying it was over with in a way.
Did you already close the door to middleweight? Is that?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
And what kind of contract do you have right now with World Series of Fighting?
I have one more fight, but I love these guys. I honestly believe in this organization. I plan on staying here for a little while. I'm happy here.
Before you fulfill that, do you have the freedom to fight elsewhere?
I don't know. I haven't thought about anybody else. I'm with World Series of Fighting, not anybody else. So I'm happy with who I'm with right now.
Anthony, you're 2-0 now, World Series of Fighting. Talk from Ray Sefo last week that there might be a title picture coming up. You think you could be in a title fight 205 right now?
I have no idea. Like I said, I take one fight at a time. I don't think about this or I don't think about that. I just fight. If they bring up a title subject or convo or whatever, let's talk about it. If not, let's just keep fighting. The fans are happy. I'm happy. I'm getting paid. So, and I'm doing what God blessed me to do, and that's be an athlete and bless me with the talent to fight. So I just keep doing it.
Was the extra weight a factor in the third round? Seemed like you were starting to get tired. Arlovsky was tired as well. Was that the extra weight you were carrying around?
No, I just haven't been able to breathe good lately for some reason. Just feel like I had a little cough in my or whatever, and my chest and in my throat. So it was just something was going on. Maybe I'm getting a little cold or something. I don't know. But I was in shape, but I just couldn't breathe that good for some reason. I don't know why. I've been eating healthy, so I wasn't like I hadn't been doing my cardio and all that stuff. So the weight really never did anything because this is my walk-around weight. I feel fine overall.
During the latter part of the fight, looked like you got hit in the eye. Is that?
Yeah, he hit me in the eye. He hit me in the eye.
Was that like an accidental eye poke?
No, he hit me.
It was a punch?
Yeah, it was a punch.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now.
So, Rumble, not having to worry about a weight cut, do you feel that that contributed to your performance tonight?
I know. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, no. What gave my performance tonight was just hard work. I know I fought a heavyweight, something I don't do, so I know my technique was all out of whack. But I fought to win, I just tried to fight. So I think technique and all that kind of went out the door after a while.
So, since you believe your technique was out, what would you change?
A lot.
Anything in particular?
Yeah, me getting hit so much. You see my face? I'm ugly right now, bro.
Were you nervous?
Too pretty to be like this.
Were you nervous going to the judge's decision?
No. Well, with the way the judges have been scoring lately, I was praying to Jesus that they gave me that win. I didn't know it was going to be unanimous. I think that's what it was, unanimous or whatever. But I had, no idea that it would be unanimous. But I was a little nervous, but I thought I won,
Rebel, how's your hand?
It hurts. I don't know yet. I have to go get an X-ray with it on it, and we'll see.
Does it feel broken?
Something's wrong up in there. Whenever I hold it up and shake it around a little bit, something's jingling around and stuff. So we'll see.
So at what point did you realize something was wrong with your hand?
As soon as I punched him, and it hurt. I think everybody saw the look on my face after I threw that last right hand, and it hurt. As soon as I hit him and I landed, I hit him wrong, and the pain just started as soon as I hit him. So I knew something was up.
So you're done with heavyweight. You're back to 205 for sure. No more one-offs or anything.
Yeah, so far I'm done with heavyweight. But if Ray Sefo asked me to fight heavyweight again, of course, why not?
And how surreal is it? I mean, just a couple years ago, like ladies and gentlemen, Mr. McNeil mentioned before, you were fighting at 170. Now you're fighting at heavyweight. I mean, can you believe it in some way?
I always said I wanted to fight heavyweight one time before I retired, and that was going to be my retirement match. I'm not retiring anytime soon, so we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I didn't think it would be so fast that I would be fighting heavyweight, but like I said, I'm blessed. I'm thankful for World Series of Fighting for giving me this opportunity, because UFC wouldn't have gave me this opportunity probably, and that's not downing them. They just probably wouldn't have.
And so would you say this is the biggest fight of your career, the biggest win of your career, since it was a main event over a former world champ?
I wouldn't say the biggest fight of my career, but
Where's the biggest win?
I wouldn't even say the biggest win. I don't I think the biggest wins of my career are down the road. Just right now, I think I just had an okay fight. I don't see this as a outstanding victory or anything like that. I just see it as a hard-fought battle, and at the end of the day, we both won because I gained a lot of fans and respect, and he gained a lot of fans and respect. So at the end of the day, we both came up a little bit.
Now you said you don't like to call out fighters anymore, and that now that you're fighting up in the natural weight class, it seems like you've really matured as a fighter. What's contributing to that, like as a person and technique?
Once you stop caring about all the negativity going on around you and in the media and stuff like that, and just worry about yourself and listen to your coaches and listen to your family, and just worry about the ones that care about you the same way you care about them, you mature.
So is there anyone in particular that's helped you?
Everybody that I'm around now, the whole Black Zillion crew, my manager, my family, everybody's there for me. My circle got a lot smaller as I get older, so I'm going to keep making it get smaller too, because I guarantee you whenever I turn on my phone, I'm going to have phone numbers in my phone that I don't know who it is. They're going to say, oh, congrats, let's hang out whenever you come in town. They're not my real friends. They're
Do you
just.
feel like that success early in your career kind of harmed you as a younger fighter?
It didn't harm me. I think I was just reckless and thought, like Andre said in his interview, he thought that he was going to be UFC champ forever. I was thinking I was going to be in UFC forever. That's just, I was young, dumb, and full of life. I didn't care. I just depended on my athletic ability to get me by, not being smart. That was it.
You feel this was a good fight for you to prove you can handle adversity and not just kick around a can, so to speak, with your easy victory the first time out. A lot of people said that you hadn't been tested. Do you feel this is kind of what you needed to kind of prove people yeah, I can battle, I can handle some adversity, I can go a 3-round war with a guy like Orlovsky?
I'm not here to prove anything to anybody but myself. So like I said, I don't worry about what everybody else has to say. I just worry about what I do. So if people gonna talk, I guarantee you somebody's online right now being negative. So they're gonna be negative no matter what. So I just gotta worry about me. Just keep moving forward.
And you've looked awesome since you left the UFC, but what's one aspect of MMA you still feel like you really need to improve on, if there is any?
Everything. I felt like my stand-up was out of whack. Felt like my wrestling was out of whack. I felt like everything was out of whack.
Well, couldn't you attribute that just to the, going up in a weight class?
No. I think that's just, sometimes you get bad habits and bad habits stick around. You just have to keep training and get better. So we'll see how my hand is, and hopefully my face go down a little bit on the right side and my right leg stop hurting. Everything hurt on the right side. So we'll see.
And if you heal up, you get cleared by the commission and everything, hopefully not the worst with your hand. When would you like to fight again?
ASAP. Yeah, I told him, I said, put me on that June 14th card. I don't think that's going to happen right now with the way my hand is going, but we'll see. Soon as the doctor say you can go, I'm going in there. But as of right now, I'm going to take a week off and get back in the gym and get my cardio and stuff going again and movement. And I don't want to slow down, because slowing down for me just means I get bigger. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get bigger.
Thanks.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.